Good morning, Capricorn. I've had somebody mowing my grass this morning, so I had a lot of background noise, so I had to kind of wait till he was done. So I went ahead and pulled the cards. I hope you guys don't mind because I had some time while I was waiting, and I wanted to be able to just get right into the reading. So with that being said, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get to all these readings. I was working, basically two jobs, and I've cut down to one right now, so I'll have more time for my videos, so it won't take as long, in the future. So the first card that we have is the Five of Swords. And this is all about cutting away things that no longer resonate with you, things that no longer serve you. I feel like, there's some of you that maybe you've ended a relationship or you've ended employment with somebody. Ending contracts that you have with people because they no longer resonate with you. Once we get to the point where we're no longer scared to be alone or no longer scared to kind of stand on our own 2 feet, no longer scared to lose people, that is where your power is at. And I feel like you are taking your power back. And this is a magical energy because this will attract everything. So many relationships are based on and formed on fear. You meet somebody, you're texting, you're talking, you don't hear from them for a few days, then all of a sudden, man, I'm scared. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe they found somebody else. Maybe this isn't what I thought it was. So then you start doing things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. And you become very unauthentic at that time because of fear. And then we form these codependent cords with people. And that's what makes it hard to walk away from situations even after the expiration date. All right, we have death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. So maybe, you have lost a loved one recently. Maybe somebody, close to you has passed away. This could be actual, death. Maybe you're grieving right now. But I feel like it's grieving. Change is hard, and walking away from situations is hard. And this does create a lot of grief and a lot of suffering. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're honoring those feelings. Those feelings are real. Now, it's not the end of the world, even though it kind of feels like it as you're going through it, but better days are coming. And your spiritual guidance is that you did the right thing. You're on the right path. We have the King of Swords. So, you've really been in your head about it, really been kind of second guessing yourself. And sometimes, we'll even kind of go backwards. We'll freak out, we'll panic, we'll be like, oh man, I made a mistake. I'm here to tell you, you didn't make a mistake. Everything is just as it should be. You just kind of got to get through it. And I know for us girls anyway, I don't know about you guys, but us girls, and quart of ice cream, some chick flicks with a girlfriend maybe, just whatever you have to do to kind of get over it. Try not to engage in any addictive behaviors, any self-destructive behaviors. Really feel your way through this and know that you're on the right path. And these things had to happen for a reason, for you to get your power back. Watchtower of the North, winter. So by this winter, you will be through whatever that you've been going through, and by then, new things will have came into your life because you will have taken this time. You're being asked right now not to just jump into something new right away, because when you do that, we get into like rebound relationships. We kind of transfer all that pain onto the new person. And you never really take the time to completely grieve. It's just a band-aid. It's just a temporary fix. But if you can really feel your way through this, by wintertime, you are going to be feeling really, really, really good. And new things are coming. In the area of romance, job, a better job, Just, and I'm sensing maybe somebody's on unemployment right now. Um, and that's all right because you really needed this time off. You really needed this breather. Use it wisely. We have the Four of Wands. So I'm really sensing that, a lot of things are catching up to you right now. Things that you have not really taken a good long look at. That you've just kind of swept under the rug. You got to find your core wound, and the core wound is something that usually happened in your childhood. For me, it was fear of rejection. I was rejected the whole time I was a child, one way, shape, form, or another. It's been my greatest teacher, and there for a while I just kept aligning to more and more situations where I felt rejected because I was stuck in this victim mode, this victim mentality until I cleared it out, and I really used any opportunity that did come up as a teachable moment to teach me and show me what I needed to clear out, what I needed to cut away. And that's what you're being asked to do, because these lessons are going to keep following you, and they're going to keep repeating over and over again until you finally say, look, I've had enough. I get it. I get it. And if you suffer, from like a fear of rejection like I did for years, you have to tell yourself, God, the universe, the divine created you. You're perfect. Why would anyone want to reject you? It's all in your head. Or whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's all in your head. It's not real. We have privileged lady. This could be a privileged man. And I've said this before about Capricorn. It's like everything you touch turns to gold. You've always found opportunities, or other opportunities have always found you. And you have to stay in that vibe of knowing that good things are always going to happen, and stay in this place of positivity, because this is how you are going to continue to manifest, but manifest what you want, not what you don't want. We have journey. And this could actually be an actual trip. Maybe you're getting ready to take a vacation. A lot of people are, since things are starting to open up, the nation's starting to move around again. So maybe you're about to take a trip. And this trip is just what you need right now. If you weren't thinking about a trip, get away for the weekend. Really do something for you. Get out in nature, go to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. I don't know why that came up, but like maybe you're thinking about heading to the mountains, for a quiet weekend getaway. This could actually be a spiritual journey, maybe, and all of us are on spiritual journeys. Our goal here for humanity is to wake up and remember that we are first and foremost a divinity having human experiences. Once you do that, once you realize that you are a part of God, a part of the universe experiencing itself, to experience duality, because you have to experience what isn't in order to know what is, things get easier. Things just start flowing, and you start tapping into that co-creative power you were given. And that's what it's all about. The journey is the destination, and that message is very specific for somebody. We have the Tower. A lot of people, a lot of the signs over the past week have had a Tower moment. And I feel like this is going to come in a way, and it could even come from this video. But you're going to hear something. And when you hear something, everything's just going to fall into place, and everything's just going to make sense. And everything that you believe to be true is going to kind of crash down. This doesn't have to be painful. This can be a moment of clarity, a moment of truth. If you have not had this moment, it is coming soon. That moment of clarity, that moment of truth. We have patience. And once again, this has been a theme for humanity lately too. Everybody wants everything to happen right now. They want it now. They don't want to wait for it. But it's that waiting energy, that anticipation that keeps it away. Once you can learn to live without the things that you desire, that's when they can come to you. Because it's in that time period, time doesn't exist, it's just energy. It's in that energy that you learn to live without things, that you really strip away everything that's blocking them, because the journey is the destination. and everything that you desire is just the cherry on top, just a side effect of that. But you really have to put your spiritual needs first, because the outer reflects the inner, not the other way around. You know, a lot of times people think, oh, well, you know, if I could just get that job, or if I could just get this, or just get this person, then I'll be happy. It's the opposite way around. So you need to flip it around. And we have the Queen of Wands. This is the divine feminine, and we all have the divine feminine within us. Everybody has both energies, okay? And this is part of that duality I was talking about, where you have to experience both. You know, and the divine feminine is all about vulnerability, all about really being open, really being emotionally mature and able to express these emotions in a positive way. She doesn't play games. She isn't scared to lose anybody. She's a goddess in her own right. And she attracts everything to her because she knows she doesn't have to chase. So, you know, even if you're a man watching this, tap into your divine feminine energy, because you have both. You have that masculine, it's all about getting things done. The divine feminine is all about attracting and being, and she just is. It's a beautiful energy. And we have Good Witch, magic. It says create your own magic, Good Witch. Treat other people the way you want to be treated. It's all about energetic alignment. And so you're going to attract people who are your vibrational frequency. So if you're in that vibrational frequency of lack, scarcity, you know, you want these things, you don't have them, you're going to keep experiencing the experience of not having them. Release any type of bitterness or unforgiveness that you have, because these are blocks for you right now. Everything has happened just as it was supposed to happen. I know that's really, really hard for people to understand, you know, especially when tragedy strikes. But you got to understand, each and every one of us is a divinity, first and foremost, in these meat suits that we chose. All the experiences that we've had as individual humans, we chose because we wanted to learn about what it was like to be human. So everything happens for a reason. And it's all being divinely guided. Now, you know, people are like, oh, you know, death is so tragic. Death is not the worst thing that can happen to somebody. With death, you return back to source energy, pure love. Death is harder on the ones we leave behind than it is on us. Struggling and suffering while we're alive, that is much worse than dying. Eight of Cups, make a wish. Really be clear about what it is that you are trying to manifest. Because for many people, they focus on what they don't want. You know, I mean, we're so prepared for disaster. We're so prepared for something to go wrong. And what you prepare for, you attract. So make sure that you are not focused on what you don't want, but you're focused on what you do want at any given moment. You know, and it's the beliefs behind the thoughts. Like, you can have a negative thought pop up. I know when I first started, you know, really, really consciously working with the law of attraction. If I had a negative thought, it was like, oh my God, it's going to manifest. It's the belief behind those thoughts. So you can have a negative thought pop in your head and you can be like, you know what? No, I don't even have to believe that. And I choose not to believe that. So that is the perfect vibration. I am enough. Mother, daughter, sister, lover. A lot of feminine energy in this reading today. A lot of times things do not manifest because we don't believe that we deserve them. You know, a lot of times we're told we're not enough. You know, you're this, you're that, and that becomes our truth. And that kind of goes along with not believing your thoughts, not believing how other people see you. Who cares? What matters is how you see yourself. You can see yourself and recreate yourself daily if you want to. That is the beautiful power of co-creation. In fact, you should create yourself, recreate yourself often, because old energies may not even resonate with you anymore. A lot of times we want to stay stagnant. These are my beliefs. Beliefs change. Your truth changes as you grow and as you learn more about the universe and how the universe works. So don't be scared to be fluid. Don't be scared to release anything that you've believed to be true up until this point, because it may have changed. And release all those shitty things that people told you that aren't true, because that's not your truth. You are enough. All right, I pulled two of these Lovers Tarot, the Heart Tarot cards. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those that you love. So really focus on what's important. And this is what I say. I really feel like somebody's really struggling maybe with grief right now. Maybe you've lost a loved one. And I'm here to tell you that death is not the end. You just become something else. And death is not the worst thing that can happen to you. Living your life in fear and not actually taking advantage of every moment that comes up and every teachable moment, that is much worse than dying. Death is harder on the people we leave behind than it is on the one who dies. And I feel like, somebody's loved one is speaking to them right now, letting them know, I'm all right. Continue to live and enjoy each moment. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now's the time to give to yourself. I swear I said that. Do something nice for yourself right now. And I'm really feeling like somebody's thinking about getting away to Pigeon Forge for the weekend. Head out to the beach. Do something for yourself. Get away. Really recharge your battery. Spend time in nature. Do more meditating. Music for some. Books. I know I love to lose myself in a good book, but do something for self-care right now. Put yourself first. And once you do that, and once you stop being scared about who's there and who's not there, or about being alone or feeling rejected or abandoned or neglected, those things will no longer matter, because you're giving to yourself. And nobody can take that from you. Capricorn, thank you very much for watching. I'll probably save myself 3-4 minutes at the beginning of the video with my whole spiel while I pull cards. I know you guys like to see me shuffle cards at the beginning, but like I said, I didn't. I hope you guys are all right with that. Until next time, thanks for watching, Capricorn.